morning. It is 6:30 a.m. on Thursday, September 18th. And yes, we're going for a walk. I've started alternating my runs for walks in the morning just because you can't, I don't want to run every day. It's been simple as that. But today's Thursday, and the reason I started this vlog this morning, this is going to be a multi-day vlog, is because I wanted to get my weight on video for this morning. Because tonight, Mackenzie and I are starting probably one of the not smart but smartest things we've done yet. So right now it's towards the end of September, getting into the back week or so, and I am looking to transition from whatever I'm doing now workout wise to the pre-marathon training. So I have to start getting a little bit more functional, but if you've been following, clearly I've only lost like 8 or 9 pounds since we've started this journey. Now this morning there is inflammation. Monday I was at like 237, which still isn't great, but we haven't lost the weight that we want to lose. So I have to do drastic things to get drastic measures taken care of. So this weekend we are doing a 72-hour fast. And while there are benefits that we'll talk about later to doing a fast, the main benefit is for me to switch up my nutrition and have a different nutritional focus going into marathon and 70.3 prep. Now, if you watched my 2026 schedule video, which I'll link above, you heard me say my 2026 race schedule. There has been a change that we will address later today. So, I'm going to finish my walk. It is early. I'm going to go for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Just getting a walk, watch the sunrise, listen to some YouTube videos, enjoy the scenery, and I'll check in a little bit later. I may not check in till tonight when we start the fast, but I'll check in later. So about a mile into this walk, sunrise is looking really nice. It's almost 7 o'clock. And I was watching a YouTube video, and this is just a personal pet peeve of mine. It's really starting to agitate me, like physically. When people train for high rocks and say the word high rocks like 500,000 times in the video. Like, I've got a high rocks workout, I've got a high rock, I'm training for high rocks. It's functional fitness, guys. Let's just call it, I have a functional strength day, strength workout. It's nothing special. It is literally the hardest thing about a high rocks workout is the amount of intervals you do and the runs in between each interval. Like, that's it. I don't know, that's just me personally. And someone's gonna get on here and say, well, why don't you do a high rocks? I'm like, well, because I don't want to, because I'm still an endurance athlete and I don't have to bring myself to doing a high rocks to prove that it can be done. So anyway, that's my rant. Sorry. I'm 1 mile into my walk. 1.15 miles. See? We're gonna finish up. All right, just finished walking. It's like 53 minutes or so. I will see you tonight when we start the fast, and then we'll talk about the benefits of the fast, what I'm hoping to get out of this, why I'm doing this, what my plans for the future are, the race schedule change, all that good stuff over the next 72 hours. I'll see you later. All right, what's going on? It is 9:13 p.m. Thursday night, and officially we are starting the fast. So we're starting I ate dinner probably closer to 6. Okay, then I went to the gym. I did not record any of that because it's irrelevant. But I have not eaten anything since about 6:15, 6:30. So I figured, you know, I get back from the gym, we'll officially start the fast at 9 o'clock. Okay, give the food some time to digest, whatever. It's irrelevant. It's like you can't know when exactly your body's going to be registered as fasting. So we're going to start it at 9 o'clock just for time purposes. That means 72 hours, Sunday night, 9 p.m. is when I can officially break the fast and eat something. So from here on out, it is just water and electrolytes. So base salt's going to be my best friend, especially with Kenzie. I'm only going to take about 700 milligrams a day because I don't need that many electrolytes. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. I'm not going to run. I'm going to walk tomorrow morning. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow night with whatever energy I have left, burn off whatever glycogen I have, and then Saturday, Sunday, you know, we'll do what we do. Probably walk. I might even hit the pool. We will see. I'll record whatever I can, but officially now we are starting the fast. I will see you in the morning with a weigh-in, and then we'll weigh in every day. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You saw this morning was at 239.4 or something like that. We'll weigh in again tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and then finally Monday morning, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to end the fast at 9 o'clock Sunday night. I might do something Monday morning. I might just have a protein shake Sunday just to kind of give my body something, but we'll see. That's a few days away. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. So I will see you in morning. It is right now 6:57. I'm about to go for a little run, probably 30-35 minutes. Kind of tired. Slept like shit last night. My fault. Not because I did anything wrong. Well, I did something wrong. I took 350 milligrams of caffeine to go to the gym at like 7 o'clock at night, which didn't get out of my system till way after midnight. But I had a good workout last night. As you can see, the scale did not drop too much. Not uncommon for considering we're just starting. But I wanted to record yesterday's weight to, so that today's weight is just like in progression. Nothing spectacular. Let me go for a run, get started at work. I do have a couple meetings this morning, and then Connie and Gigi are heading to the airport around 12:30 or so. They're going to Orlando for a few days with family, and I'm home alone with Kenzie. But this is breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and everything in between. Right here, just water with some electrolytes. Probably not too many electrolytes, mostly water. You saw the run at the end. I let the watch cycle through all the data. 3.85 miles in 41:56, average 10:53 per mile. Very decent run in the morning. The weather is amazing. It was 68 degrees when I started running. Felt phenomenal. If I'd have started 20 minutes earlier, it would have been like in the like 66. But this is the sign of, winter marathon training is almost upon us, because the weather in the morning is getting nice and chilly, which makes it easier to run in. With that, today's run was literally just to burn through glycogen. I wasn't expecting much out of this. I'm not going to weigh myself again and count that as part of my weight loss for this 3 days. It was just to burn through glycogen and get to the next phase of this fast. Now, if you're watching this going, Rob, you said you're doing a fast. Why are you doing a fast? And those are some really good questions. And there's a few reasons to get into why I'm doing the fast, but I'm not going to cover them right now because I do have a meeting to get ready for. But once I'm done with the meeting and everything settles down this afternoon, because I think I have 2 meetings between now and 10 o'clock, and it's 8 o'clock now. So I have a meeting at 9, meeting at 10, and then I'll be done. Once I'm done with the second meeting, I will go over all of the reasons why I'm doing this fast. I'll pull up my notes so I make sure I get my data correct. I will tell you exactly why we're doing this 72-hour fast. 8 weeks or a little over 8 weeks before we start marathon prep. All right, so we're officially about 15 and a half hours into the fast. It's 12:26 right now. And before some of you ask, what's the benefit of fasting? What's the purpose? What are you trying to get out of it? Let's go over in the first 24 hours, what fasting is doing for me. So the first 0 to 24 hours, the benefits I'm getting is my blood sugar is going to drop as I burn through my glycogen, which I ran this morning, so that burned through glycogen. Obviously, as I work out and just move around today, I'm burning through whatever other reserves of glycogen I have, and I will be lifting after work today. Probably do it upstairs in the loft because I don't want to go to the gym if I'm going to be potentially weaker. It's not a good look. But blood sugar drop as I burn through glycogen is a big benefit. Insulin decreases, okay? So my insulin is going to decrease, which is going to improve fat mobilization, which means metabolizing fat a little bit more, so getting rid of fat. That's how when your insulin is too high, it impacts how much fat you burn. So you want to, dropping the insulin is going to do that. And the last big benefit of the first 24 hours is I will be jump starting it into ketosis. Now, some people, when they don't do it this way, they just go try to start the ketosis process. It takes a couple days to get there. If I go 24 hours with no food and I work out, I am cleared of glycogen, muscle and liver glycogen. I am purely we're running on ketones. So those are the first 3 big benefits within the first 24 hours that I'm seeing from this, okay? The next 24 to 48 hours, those are the even bigger benefits that I'm really going for. But at the end of the day, obviously I'm not here just for blood sugar drops, ketosis, and insulin resistance, right? Or even the additional benefits that I'm going to get tomorrow on the 24 to 48 hours. There is a long-term play here. And the long-term play is I want to readjust my nutrition for this upcoming racing year. Okay, I've been doing research and watching videos and reading papers, not just Google searches, but I've been reading the actual papers. And while the studies and the data is inconclusive and it's often debated in the community, I think I want to try 1 year of racing being fat adapted. So what does that mean? Well, that means that my body will be used to and completely efficient with burning fat for fuel. Obviously, I've got a lot of fat on my being. Therefore, in essence, I should be able to run for hours. Once I'm fully adapted and trained, I should be able to run solely off of fat as my primary source of energy. But then when I race, give it glycogen. Okay. Now, some people are going to knock it and say, well, that's like ketosis. Well, ketosis is a temporary thing. You eat too many carbs, you get out of ketosis. You eat too little carbs, you're not quite there. ketosis is like a preemptive part of it from everything that I've read. Fat adaptation takes weeks to get into, so I won't know for another 4 to 5 weeks if I'm really truly fat adapted. And there are ways you can do that, most of which you have to go to a lab and do that whole thing where you run in and it captures how much carbon dioxide you're putting out, so it'll tell you how much of it is fat versus carbohydrate energy. I'm not doing that. There are devices you can purchase, the Lumen device, where you breathe into it every day, and it can do at-home analysis of how much you're actually burning. I don't want to pay $200 for the device plus a subscription fee to use the app. However, if Lumen ever saw this video and said, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and send him one. He can get kind of a thing, and we can hook him up for some free shit and give him a discount code to bring other people in. I'd be down for that. But I'm not paying $200 for a device just to see if it's gonna work. This process, this 72 hours, is going to help me kickstart the process of turning myself into a fat adapted athlete. Now, I'm going to have to be able to maintain a certain level of nutrition where I primarily use fats. That's another video down the road. Let me get through this weekend first. But the main reason I'm doing this is I want to shift my nutrition for this race season, and really more of shifting it in training, not necessarily on race day, because race day, I'm still having carbs. There's still a carb load phase. There's still a carb phase. There's still eating glycogen on race day. But at that point, the theory is when you eat glycogen on race day as a fat adapted athlete, you might as well put nitrous oxide in your car, because it's that kind of a boost where it's like, holy shit, now I'm burning real good, quick glucose energy. And then when you start to run out of that, you still have your body still burning fat, because that's what it's been used to running on. So the whole goal is to avoid that energy crash, that energy bonk in mid-race. Okay, so it can't hurt. But essentially, right now, I'm still in the middle of the whole blood sugar, insulin decrease, and the ketosis part of the first 24 hours. When I get into the 48-72, we'll talk about those benefits, because they're a little bit deeper than what we are. But the benefit, another good thing, and I'll end this clip here, is with all of this, right now I have no glycogen in my body. I'm metabolizing fat, so the scale should reflect that. So I'm really kind of hopeful. I should drop a few pounds this weekend. Now, yes, once I eat glycogen and start storing glycogen again, it's going to come with some water retention, water gain as well, because every gram of glycogen you stores between 3 to 4 grams of water. So as I store glycogen in the muscles again, and even in the liver a little bit, it's going to store water. So the scale will jump up at the end of this on Monday, potentially. But for now, that's why I'm doing this. It's not necessarily a weight loss thing. It is a body reset. At the same time of saying, okay, let's see if this helps my performance. If after the marathon in April, I'm like, yo, this sucks. Like, I'm not seeing any performance gains. Scrap it. Go back to eating how I was, with carb as the primary source, and no harm, no foul. But if I get to that marathon in April and I have a phenomenal race, I don't crash out, I don't bonk on energy, and I have, set a PR somewhere in the 4-hour range, the rest of the season is going to be pretty awesome. So I got to go finish up some work. I do have a meeting in 20 minutes, but I will say this for right now. This is tough so far. Now, I hear day one is the toughest, but day one is killing me, because I'm so used to those habits of, oh, I'm at my desk, I'll just go get a snack, I got bananas, I got 2-3 days worth of leftovers, we got burgers, we got, peanut butter, I got all sorts of stuff, but I can't eat any of it until Sunday night at 9 o'clock ish. I'll see you later. Okay, it is now 4:21. I am done with everything I have to do for the week. My boss and I decided to call it for the rest of the afternoon. Enjoy the weekend. But I've decided I'm gonna work out at the home gym, which is basically a bench with dumbbells in my loft. Forgive the mess, the pile of boxes. Mackenzie is getting ready to move out soon. So those boxes are for her so that when she does eventually move out, she has something to pack stuff into. I'm gonna push them a little bit out of the way and get my workout in. But today is shoulders, and I didn't feel like driving all the way to the gym to do a 30-minute shoulder workout. It would take me longer to get to the gym or back from the gym than it will for me to actually do the workout. So I'm just gonna do it here, and I'm gonna record it, and you're gonna see a very, very weak shoulder day. And then what I'm gonna do is right after I shower, I'm going to get on the scale to see where we're at for the day so far, because I've been pissing like a racehorse and with zero food in my body. I want to see where I'm at. Now again, it's not going to be official until morning, but I just want to see throughout the day where I'm at. So let me go ahead and prepare for shoulders. I'm gonna get my warm-up started, and I will see you on the other side. I'll just do a quick rundown of the workout, and then I won't do anything tomorrow. Or you'll see the weigh-in, the unofficial weigh-in for tonight, and then you'll see more tomorrow. That's it. Shoulders is done. 38 minutes. 265 calories burned. Not that that matters. Average heart rate 105. Yeah. 38 minutes of shoulders. Like, I'm beat, and my muscles have no glycogen in them at this point, so they're toast. But the good news is I have made it over 20 hours, and I'm almost at 24. So 9 o'clock's 24 hours. I'll go to bed around 10:30. Sleep for at least 8, maybe more, maybe 9. Right? So you figure 4, 5, 9. That's another 14 hours. So you figure, yeah, I got 14 hours, 16 hours. Yeah, about 14 and a half hours between now and 9 a.m. And that puts me over the halfway point. So then it's just a matter of making it to bedtime and surviving Sunday. So, anyway, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to shower. I'm going to freshen up. And I'm going to get on the scale and check where we're at. A little progress. And then I will see you after that, I'll see you tomorrow. $236, 24.5. Welcome to day 2. It's Saturday, 7:05. I'm only up because the dogs had to go to the bathroom. But now I can't go back to sleep, so let's weigh in. It's 5 pounds in one day. I'll take it. So, 7:12. You just saw that we're down about 5 point something pound, maybe 0.2 pounds overnight. To be honest, we're 2 hours away from being halfway done with this fast. I don't know how I feel yet. I'll check in later. I am going to do about 45 to 60 minutes on the bike, zone 2, just to kind of stay active. We are essentially at the halfway point, basically at the halfway point. So after I wake up, can't do his work, I ride. I'm going to be watching football most of the day on TV. There's not a whole lot of good games, so maybe we'll end up switching into a movie. But I'll talk a little bit later about the benefits of the 24 to 48 hours of the 72-hour fast. By now, though, ketosis has been completely ramped up. Glycogen stores were not filled yesterday, so my glycogen is completely empty at this point. So energy-wise, again, we got to keep it light, keep it simple. I don't know how I feel. I slept okay, pretty okay. Was dreaming a lot. I'll look at Garmin a little bit later to see how my sleep actually was. But yeah, other than that, we're just gonna enjoy breakfast, water. I'm gonna put some electrolytes in here and really, spice things up a bit. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. It's early. Give me a little while to check to figure out what's going on, and I'll let you know how I really feel. Alright, so I'm here for the day. I've got my water, I've got Drax, I've got college football. This is home base for the day. In a little while I'll probably go up and like we're around 10 o'clock, I'll go upstairs and get on the bike for about an hour. Nothing stressful, like maybe 150 to 180 watts average, somewhere in there. But I did look at my sleep score. And somehow, last night, I managed to get a 99 sleep score. So, I'm just gonna screenshot this and be like, how in the hell did I get a 99 sleep score? I've never had a 99. I've had 90, like 92, 93, something like that, but I've never had a 99. But somehow, where's my sleep score? Oh, you guys can't see that. Yeah, right here on 99. Anyway, I'm gonna go drink bottle number 2. Just try to keep my mind occupied so I don't eat. I have a refrigerator full of food behind me, and I don't want to eat it. So, down 5 pounds. Let the day go, and then yeah, I'll see you later. Alright, so it is 12:16. I did not get up at 10. I actually started watching the movie. I started watching The Terminator and then fell asleep and then started watching college football. But we're upstairs in the office. I'm going to do a 45-minute, maybe 60-minute zone 2, just a bike ride. Just to A, be active, and B, because, just why not burn some calories while I'm just sitting around. But before I did that, I want to talk about this 24 to 48 hour benefits of the fast. All right, so 0 to 24, recap, blood sugar drops, insulin decreases, and ketosis begins. Okay, now 24 to 48, what theoretically happens between this block is your GH, growth hormone, rises, preserving muscle, because now you're not eating anything right now, so you have to preserve what you have, okay? But here's the key part of this block of the fast. Autophagy ramps up. So basically, cells are going to look at old and damaged cells and recycle them, renew, repair them, and get rid of all the damaged cells in your body. So in day 2, essentially your body's cellular structure almost cleans itself up, which is a major benefit. So like if you have, I don't want to say if you have nagging injuries, they might get healed, but like, you might just physically feel better after day 2, just knowing that, hey, my body just basically got rid of all the dead and damaged cells that it's holding on to. Let's clean that out, right? That's the biggest piece of it. So And then they say mental clarity because you're using more ketones in the brain. I have a slight headache right now, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Maybe it's because I'm not drinking enough. I only had 1 bottle of water this morning. I have my second bottle here with electrolytes in it to try to help cure this headache and to sip on while I'm riding. But other than that, I'm okay. This is where we're at. So I'm going to keep going, keep pushing through. I'm not hungry though. Like yesterday, I was really hungry throughout the day. Today, hunger has been suppressed. I could eat, trust me. If I decided, screw it, I'm going to go eat, I would 100% go eat the biggest meal I have in my refrigerator. But right now, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good without eating right now. So, good though. So 12:19 puts us 36, 39, almost 40 hours in to the 72. Just gonna watch some college football and some movies and distract myself because, yeah, I have nothing else to do today. So I only did 30 minutes. With no food in my system, going longer. I could have gone longer, but I'm like, you know what? It was tough to even maintain zone 2 at a level where I didn't feel like I was trying to kill myself. So 30 minutes was good. I have 0 food in my stomach for hours. Next time I go to do a zone 2 ride where I want to test my fat adaptability, I will have glycogen in my system as well. So it won't be like I'll be completely and utterly empty. My tank is on fumes right now, and that's fine. So again, it is 1:58. We're coming up 2 o'clock hour, which means another 5. We're at 45 hours fasted. I'm gonna go shower and spend the rest of the night on a couch watching some TV, and that's that. But okay, it is 10:05 p.m. I am in the final 23 hours of this fast, and let me tell you, about an hour ago I was really debating on ending it at 48, but then it would be another failure on my history of failure. So I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna go to bed in a little while. I figure the longer I can sleep, the better, the less I'll think about wanting food. I've had a headache all day. I did do the bike, 30 minutes, just on a completely empty tank. That was really tough. It is what it is. I did it. Tomorrow I'll probably go for a walk sometime in the morning and just kind of like, get the blood flowing a little bit. I'm in full on ketosis at this point. Like, I am in the fat burning phase. The benefits going from day 2 to 3 are not going to be as drastic as they were from 1 to 2, but we'll see. We'll see what the scale says. I don't expect to be down much more on the scale after this morning's weigh-in, but you never know what happens. Like I said, I'll go for about a 45 minute to an hour walk because it's nice, low impact. I have the energy to do that, and then go from there. But yeah, I'm going to bed. It's 10 o'clock, a little after 10. I'm going to bed so I don't have to think about food. Alright, so you saw the weigh-in. It is Sunday morning. Right now it's 6:51. I'm up because one of my dogs not feeling well and had a little accident in the bedroom, and I gotta clean it up. But he's been up every couple hours to have to go outside, and not my favorite dog right now. Normally he is. Normally he is my favorite dog, but he's not my favorite dog right now. Anyway, I'm gonna get dressed and clean up this mess that I have in the bedroom. But yeah, so we're down to 233.1, which which if I'm not mistaken puts us like 6.1 pounds down total. I feel better. I'm almost 12 hours away from being done. I'm almost 60 hours into this. Might as well keep going. We're almost there. That breakfast meal is gonna, you know, it's not gonna be awesome, but it's gonna taste amazing. But yeah, we'll just keep going, and I'll weigh in at 9 p.m. again, just to close it all out and see where we are at the end. But okay, we've reached it. It is actually 8:39, 8:40. So we're gonna weigh in for the final time of this thing, and then I'm gonna refeed. Nothing big. It's not gonna be like a huge refeed, like, you know, pancake like I want. It's just gonna be something simple: protein, almond milk, banana, a little bit of carbs to get some glycogen, a little bit of an insulin spike, and get some protein and fats in there as well. So that's gonna be like the main portion of my diet going forward, is proteins and fats with carbs around intense workouts. But it's here. So let me go get ready, and I will record the this isn't gonna be an official recorded weigh-in, but I wanna see how much I've lost today. Probably maybe a quarter of a pound, half a pound at best. Looks like I stayed exactly the same. So, not too bad. Either way, I'm fine with it. First sips, bottom up. That tastes like heaven. 72 hours, water and electrolytes only. This chocolate protein shake and almond milk taste phenomenal. Anyway, I'm watching Interstellar for the first time on DVD. I actually had to buy the damn DVD because none of the streaming services that I already paid for had it for free. I would have had to pay for it again on a streaming service I already paid for. Go figure that one out. But anyway, I got about an hour left of that. I'm gonna eat that banana, finish my shake, finish my movie, and go to bed. This has been a fun, not really fun, 72 hours. We'll talk more in the next video on how I feel and what I did nutritionally post to maintain where I'm going. Hopefully I can maintain it properly so that when we get into the next training block in November, I am firing on all cylinders and everything is going according to the plan. So, thank you for watching. Comment below if you would have made the full 72 hours. I'll see you in the next one.